No, I think we've been building and getting better on both ends of the court. So I think we just want to continue to get better offensively. Kind of re-emphasize some things from the beginning of the year from training camp, and just trying to keep getting better.
How do you spend this off week? Do you look at film in the past? Do you just kind of step away from basketball? Just from a coaching standpoint, how do you handle this long break that you have?
Yeah, no, definitely took just a step away from basketball and spent some time with my kids and got away. And then, I think as that starts to wind down, Sunday, Monday, you start thinking about the team and thinking about what you can do and things we want to maybe re-emphasize or add. So it's a little bit of both.
How good are you at that?
Kids help you. Kids are good at that. They don't really care too much about our pick and roll defense or what we're doing on our motion offense. But it's not easy. But I think hopefully even in season, I think it's good to kind of sometimes put the game and have a meal or do whatever you do, and then you're better when you come back to it.
We're able to see Torian and John play in the challenge, and what experience? How beneficial is that for those young guys to be in that atmosphere and playing in that environment?
Yeah, so I watched a little bit of the game. I definitely didn't watch it all. I watched more of the beginning. I think I saw John's first lob dunk and Torian's corner three, and then it might have been time to go get pizza or bowl or something like that. But I think just being a part of that weekend, I think the NBA does like an amazing job of creating a great experience for the fans, of course, but I think the players have a great weekend, and just to be around their colleagues and guys that have had great first halves of the season, and the different competitions, all that stuff. I think it's good for John and Torian to be around those guys.
Did Tyler practice today?
Tyler
Kavanaugh. Sorry.
Oh no, I know. It's sometimes in my coach's names, I'm not sure which Tyler we're talking. So Tyler Kavanaugh did not practice.
How important is it, in the end of the season with a young team, how important is it to sort of get time with all the different pick and roll coverages? You mentioned pick and roll coverages a minute ago, and there's a variety of them. Is it important to get them that experience, or is it just going to come naturally anyways that they'll get time playing all the different types of coverage they want to see?
I think that each game and the game preparation and what it goes into that night. If we're doing something a little different or using a different coverage, I think it is part of the young players' growth. I think it's important that they execute and get comfortable doing different pick and roll coverages, maybe changing pick and roll coverages within a game and preparing for a game. That's obviously we work a lot on skill development, a lot on individual development, but I think, from a defensive perspective, that's part of your skill development, that's part of your individual development, so it's important to us.
Is there one that's harder to learn than the others, maybe like a blitz because of all the rotations that come behind it, or?
I wouldn't say one is harder to learn than another.
You've got teams that are in your same position in the standings, and they're saying publicly, we're not going to the playoffs. Young guys and more player veterans class. Is that an approach that you would consider or take at all?
I think we've been a mix of young and veteran guys all year, and I think that the way we've progressed through the season, of course, when you start the season, you maybe think it could be a little different right now, but I think the way we've played and the way we'll continue to play won't be that much different, from our perspective.
There was a game a couple weeks ago. You praised John after the game. You said he was doing a good job with verticality and being the MIG. Mm-hmm. So first of all, can you explain the MIG and how is John coming with those two things?
So the MIG is a military term, even though I don't have any military background.
Okay.
Most important guy.
All right.
I think a lot of teams that bottom weak side guy, that weak side defender is critical. If something happens and you're broken down off the dribble or you're beat, that person's got to be there. And so John just was doing a great job of being the MIG, and then using the verticality, sometimes to block shots or just to alter shots and create rim protection for us. With the way the game is called the last whatever it's been 3, 4, 5 years with verticality.
You mentioned in the break you like to look to see what you can emphasize or what you can work on more with 23 games left in the season. Did you find anything you're going to add to the way this team is playing? Any drastic changes in the last quarter of the season?
No, I definitely wouldn't say anything drastic, but I think it's been good, the last 20, 30 games to add some things offensively, tweak some things defensively. I think, the sport is always changing. The players are teaching you things you're learning. And so I think the group has done a nice job of kind of adjusting and learning and adding things. And so today was a little bit of a day we added a little bit more, but more kind of typical, just a wrinkle here, a new play there, or something like that. Not anything, out of the ordinary.